here's a man with one of the better welterweight resumes the sport has ever seen. The former champion Tyron Woodley held the belt for several years, and now the focus is on getting back to the top of the heap.
And he's one of those guys that has that ability to go and do that, because one performance can be so impressive that everybody starts screaming, give this guy a title shot. The way that he flatlined Josh Koscheck, the way that he knocked out Tyron, but then he went and submitted Darren Till. You see Tyron Woodley, even as a champion, continuing to evolve, and it will only take one big night for him to get right back where he wants to be.
He has dealt with a lot of interesting stylistic challenges at the two-fight series with Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, one of the tougher matchups for him in this division. Woodley is back here tonight and looking to put on a show on the greatest proving ground in the sport. So here's the undisputed UFC lightweight champion and one of the very best pound-for-pound fighters in the world, Islam Makhachev. He trained alongside this man for years. He has every skill in the book, and the X factor tonight is that his brother.
Yeah, that's one of his brothers, is what they call him. Islam Makhachev, though, is the guy that really does strike fear in so many lightweights' minds. He's a guy that possesses wrestling ability. He's a guy that possesses striking ability. The grappling is second to none. And just his size and physicality is so difficult to deal with. He is a tremendous fighter, and he will be pushed even more forward with the presence of his good friend, Hasbulla.
You do wonder, though, if the opposing corner is a little bit intimidated given Hasbulla's presence in the Makhachev corner. Islam Makhachev. We are set for a main event of the evening. And now our tale of the tape for this welterweight championship fight. All right, now for the introductions, here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC welterweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, Tyron, the chosen one, Woodley. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Islam Makhachev.
Herb Dean is your referee. He's the third man in the octagon tonight. All right, round getting underway, and we take a look at the Combat Sambo world champion and UFC lightweight contender, Islam Makhachev. What will he do in this fight? Well, oftentimes he does whatever he wants to do. Certainly he can impose his will on the ground, where his game is just so nuanced when it comes to the throws and the trips and the manipulation of joints and everything else. But on the feet, in a kickboxing setting, this man has proven elite as well. A true 5-tool player who many believe by year's end could just be the king of the lightweight division. Well, he's in a compromising spot here, DC. You got to figure out a way to get back to your feet. All right, side control now. Working from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Wood.
Oh, right to the mount. You gotta be careful here.
Good movement on the ground here defensively by Islam Makhachev. And busy as he looks to improve position here. Oh, good ground and pound here. Well, not good body language from his opponent here, DC. He's curled up.
No, he's exhausted. He's been beaten.
Well, looks like Woodley's in half guard now. And right into side control. The ground strike's starting to pile up. Trying for a submission here. Oh, he might have that submission locked in. Arm still not out of harm's way yet.
Look at all the pressure on the arm.
Looking again for that submission.
It's always going to be a struggle, but this guy's intent to finish the fight.
Oh, the submission defense holds up. He gets out.
He said that he was ready for everything that would be thrown at him. In that position, he showed that and proved it.
Trying to pass the guard here, but a nice job by the bottom fighter defensive.
Bottom fighter did a fantastic job of following with his hips, making sure he blocked any attempt to get past his guard.
Good work from the top here by Wood. Oh, and there's another ground strike for good measure. Oh, it looks as though that strike maybe opened up a cut around the eye area.
Yeah, it looks like that strike opened up a cut, John, but it's nothing to worry about now, but he's got to start to protect it.
Round two is next.
Okay, listen, this time when you take it back. This round, I want you to do is work the ground and pound. What you have to do first is get him down. After you get him down, control.
All right, let's get you some pictures from that previous round, DC. A lot of good work with the ground and pound strike.
Yeah, he was able to control posture, get himself postured up, land big ground and pound as he ended the round. What a great finish to a fantastic round.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Round two here. Well, T. Wood's been waiting for an opportunity to set up that right hand and set it up beautifully there.
A-plus athlete is Tyron Woodley. He can explode into you at such a high pace that before you can respond, you can be staring up at the lights.
Well, we see this a lot, DC, but this instance, it's particularly surprising to see a wrestler on his level not attempt to change the level.
I don't understand it. You know, when you have that weapon, when you have that ability to take people to the ground, you have to use it. Even if it's to set up your striking, I don't understand why he is not trying to change his level, get to the hips, and get takedown. That was a nice transition. That was right off the strike into the takedown, and it looked effortless. It did not look like he had to work hard to finish his takedown at all. Now he's got good body position, yup.
While working pretty effectively from the top here. Nice ground and pound by Makhachev.
He's got that arm triangle. Watch him pass to the opposite side. It looks real tight. He'll drop his weight to try to finish his technique.
Oh, he got out. How good is that?
This guy is so aware. He never leaves anything long to allow for himself to get subbed.
All right, he remains in pursuit of the submission, but the defense continues to hold up. I'm not sure he's going to be able to find a finish here.
In MMA today, guys are so well-rounded, so gifted. It's hard to just lock up a submission, but he continues to try. And in those efforts, he has given himself a chance to win this fight.
I've never been submitted.
You never have?
Nope.
Lucky guy. I have.
Big strikes continue to land. Man, this is some serious ground and pound. He's trying to put this dude's head, like, through the canvas.
He's one of the better ground and pound fighters we have in the entire UFC, and you're seeing why.
Nice movement to avoid some of those strikes from the top. All right, half guard now. Not a fighter you want in half guard against you. For the bottom fighter, what does he need to do?
He needs to secure his underhook. He's got to be fighting for underhook. One of the most key things you can do as a bottom fighter stuck in half guard is try to frame. You frame and push your opponent away from you. By pushing him away from you, he will then want to come back into you.
Right.
It's like when I push you back, you want to go forward. So as he comes forward, his hand goes off the face, let it slip into an underhook, build up to your elbow, then go chase your single leg. This is high-level grappling, John, from a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt named Daniel Cormier.
Well, the ground and pound is there once again. Strong work here by Islam Makhachev.
All right, take a seat for me, bud. Breathe. Deep breath in. All right, here's some water. Ready? Listen. All right. Now you're doing awesome out there.
All right, so there's the end of the round. The storyline over those previous 5 minutes. Volume takedowns, offensive wrestling.
Yeah, this is an exhausting type of fight. Not only for the offensive fighter, but also for the opponent. Always being under attack, always being defensive, always reacting starts to really wear at your gas tank. It's interesting to see who is more fresh going into the next round.
Looking to establish the jab here. Nicely done by Islam Makhachev.
That jab is fast. Look at that jab. Oh, nice takedown defense. Oh, inside kick.
Oh, he landed another great shot to the body there. Really starting to connect at a high percentage now in the latter stages of this fight. Well, it looks like Woodley's now switching his stance. Pretty athletic off his back to avoid that strike from the top. Nice strike from the bottom fighter there. All right, we'll see if he can apply pressure inside his opponent's guard here, DC. 3 minutes to go. All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground.
Nice.
The ground strikes continue to pile up. Oh, getting leaky now. The hard ground and pound has opened up a cut. Well, we'll see who has the edge here as they get back to their feet after a pretty engaged battle there on the ground.
And both of these guys should feel pretty satisfied because they both had their moments and they both showed true skill on the ground.
Oh, he's really starting to apply pressure on his opponent here. Different approach here in the last couple rounds, and it's the exact sense of urgency that you want.
Great timing on that double leg.
All right, he's in a half-guard position here, DC, and in a good spot to dole out a lot of damage, I would think.
A lot of damage can be done from the half guard. You sit back on that leg, you press down into your opponent, you drop elbows, you drop punches. What is very key is you controlling the underhook on the far side. If you give up that underhook, your opponent can use the half guard to build up to an elbow, sweep, or just chase down a single leg.
Grounding and pounding away with these hammer fists. Beautiful work by Islam Makhachev. Well, he's more than content to work off of his back, DC, where he has been a magician in his UFC career.
Ref won't help you here. Just as the referee will never take a guy out of mount, they will not take a guy off of your back. You have to get him out of this position.
Final seconds of round 3. Making all these shots count. That's 3 rounds. We're now headed to the championship rounds. All right, so that's the end of the round. Pretty significant damage done in that round. Cut on the cheek, sustained there from that strike. Now the cut man's got to get in there and close that thing up. Better to be below the eye than above it, sure. But nonetheless, this could be a factor now moving forward. All right, so the cut man attends to the fighter who has essentially been rendered a one-eyed fighter at this point in time. Some replays from the previous round.
No defensive intent, no defensive intensity. No attention to his defense, and this costing him. Now he's dealing with a massive cut over his eye. and that's going to make it hard for him to see. He's got to change something, man. He's got to.
Fourth round now, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds.
Oh, my God!
Well, his opponent seemed to be stunned to a significant extent, but was able to recover, and it's almost like he let him off the hook a little bit.
Kind of let him off the hook. He needed to really put his foot on the gas to try to find that finish.
Woodley going to work here from guard and doing a pretty good job, I might add. Just misses with the jab there.
Beautiful job by the champion. Now they separate. Got hurt again.
Well, MMA is a constant exercise in risk mitigation, right? But it would seem to me that if he really goes for it offensively, he can get him out of there.
Well, he's got him hurt. He's got him hurt. He's got him hurt multiple times in one round. It looks like this fight should be over.
And now he's got the back. Under 3 minutes now to go in the round. Oh, reverses the position now. Outstanding work on the ground by Islam Makhachev. All right, well, he's got him softened up here. Thought about a choke, instead flattens him out. And now he's got a lot of... Makhachev's going for the sub here. Ooh, that looks tight. All right, so now going to position over submission as he bails on the sub.
All these actions, though, these big actions, got to wear on the gas tank of both guys.
Oh, he's got his back. All right, so a grueling battle on the ground, and no surprise, the crowd pops in appreciation as the fighters work their way back to the feet.
This is an educated crowd, J.A. They appreciate high-level grappling, and that's exactly what they got in that exchange.
And now they are throwing both sides with conviction. Immediately gets the underhook. Oh, and he lands another takedown here, just doing a nice job not telegraphing his shot. Clean entries. The Olympian's got to like what he sees.
I mean, over and over, he gets to the... He's got to be careful here. That was nice.
Pretty good work with the ground and pound here by Wood. All right, so that opened up a cut around his eye area.
He hasn't moved his head well. He was taking shots too clean, and now a cut has opened up. In the half guard, great defense by the defensive fighter.
Horn sounds for the end of round 4. Heading back to the corner now after that round. Makhachev's got a cut to deal with above the eye, or perhaps better put, the cut man has got to deal with it. We'll see if he can stop the bleeding.
Every time he comes forward, I need you to make him.
So the crowd voicing its appreciation after that round. We had a knockdown courtesy of a punch midway through. DC, here's your highlight.
It was straight. He threw him in combination and landed that big punch that really did hurt his opponent. Lesser men would have been done. He's got a tough guy in front of him. He will have to go back to this again. He will have to get back to this action if he wants to get the desired finish.
You ready to fight? Ready.
We have arrived at this 5th and final round. Oh, he landed a beautiful straight punch there, DC. He's got an edge in reach and certainly is making it count in this one.
Big punches.
Takedown defense holds up.
He's hurt bad. Oh!
Single collar tie here. Well, you know this is the hurt business, and both guys are compromised at this stage of the fight.
Yeah, both guys are compromised. Both guys have been beat up. Both guys have done a great job of landing, recognizing what they wanted to get done, and it's showing. This is a very evenly matched fight.
All right, he's hanging out inside the closed guard of his opponent here, DC. You got to be careful.
Oh, now he's attacking on triangle.
Oh, looks like he's got that arm pinned in the triangle now. Oh, gives up on the submission now.
Well, he had it tight, John, but then he decided to keep the dominant position by giving it up. Nice shots landing from the top position. Another one. I mean, he cannot miss from the top position.
Certainly a strong front runner for fight of the night as we go down to the wire here between these two combatants.
They're both so skilled. They're both so prepared. We knew right away this is going to be a very evenly matched competition.
All right, so maybe he goes for another takedown here, and it's the setups too, right? He's not blindly shooting from the outside. Maybe he'll get him down again.
He's doing a fantastic job of setting up his takedown with his hands. He's forcing the hands up around to block his face, and then he's dropping his level, shooting his shots.
Oh, he gets back up, but barely. Look how wobbly he is. Makhachev gets the takedown now, so a nice level change after he had gotten stunned on the feet. 90 seconds now to go in this one. Woodley's eye is starting to swell shut. Oh, he's setting up for a submission now. Oh, that Darce choke is tight. You gotta be kidding me, he's out. 1 minute to go in the fight. Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Woodley. These ground strikes are starting to add up. Well, champ, I don't see that well, but it's hard to miss the redness underneath that elbow. A lot of bodily investment from his opponent tonight.
Yeah, it's an investment, John. It may not pay dividends right now, but the more you go there, the more damage you do eventually.
Looks like he's got a couple hooks in here, DC, and defensively, you better be careful. Well, it looks like Woodley's all-out action right through the final minute. Nobody in this arena is sitting down. What a fight. All right, so the title fight goes the distance. I don't want to steal Bruce Buffer's thunder because he doesn't like that, but new UFC champion of the world you're looking at.
Yeah, he's the new champ. No matter how you want to look at it, he did enough to take the belt off the champion. He used his striking, his footwork, his beautiful movement in order to confuse the champion over the course of 5 rounds. He did enough. It's time to strap the belt around his waist.
All right, the official decision is now in. Here is Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the contest, 48-47. For the winner by unanimous decision, and new undisputed UFC welterweight champion of the world, Tyron, the chosen one, Woodley.
All right, so the former University of Missouri wrestler Tyron Woodley with a big effort here tonight on the UFC stage. He's a guy who has always sort of risen